Socra Ccrp exam newest 2026 actual exam 200 questions and correct detailed answers with rationales. Question 1. In what year was the Nuremberg Code created? 1939, 1945, 1947, 1964. The Nuremberg Code was developed in 1947 following the Nuremberg trials of Nazi doctors. Question 2. What was the primary achievement of the Nuremberg Code? It established the FDA. It established a worldwide requirement for informed consent and properly formulated experimentation. It defined the difference between practice and research. It mandated that all research be conducted in the United States. The Nuremberg Code's primary legacy is the requirement for voluntary informed consent and the ethical conduct of human experimentation. Question 3. Which document, established in 1979, created the ethical principles of respect for persons, beneficence, and justice? Declaration of Helsinki, Belmont Report, Nuremberg Code, Common Rule. The Belmont Report, 1979, established the foundational ethical principles for human subjects research. Question 4. The Declaration of Helsinki, 1964, was developed by which organization? The United Nations, the FDA, the World Medical Association, the Institutional Review Board, IRB. The World Medical Association, WMA, developed the Declaration of Helsinki as a statement of ethical principles for medical research. Question 5. Which of the following is not one of the 8 required elements of informed consent? Foreseeable risks and discomforts, confidentiality of records, the investigator's salary and funding source, alternative procedures or treatments. While financial disclosures may be required for conflicts of interest, the investigator's specific salary is not a required element of an informed consent form, ICF. Question 6. At what reading level must an informed consent form be written? College level, 12th grade level, 6th to 8th grade level, 10th grade level. IRBs generally require ICFs to be written at a 6th to 8th grade reading level to ensure comprehension by the average layperson. Question 7. When is a short form ICF typically required? For studies lasting less than 1 month. For subjects whose first language is not English. For phase I clinical trials only. When the study involves minimal risk. A short form is used when the subject or legally authorized representative, LAR, does not speak English and a translated version of the full ICF is not available. Question 8. Under which specific circumstance can an investigational product be used without a signed consent? The patient is a personal friend of the investigator. The patient has a minor illness and forgot their ID. In a life-threatening situation where there is an inability to communicate. If the sponsor says it is okay to bypass the rule. Exception from informed consent, EFIC, is allowed in emergency, life-threatening situations where the subject is unable to provide consent and no LAR is available. Question 9. How long do investigators need to keep current financial disclosure forms, FDFs, only during the study, before initiation, during the study, and 1 year after completion, 5 years after the study ends? FDFs are not required for investigators. FDA regulations require FDFs to be updated during the study and maintained for 1 year following the completion of the study. Question 10. What is the reporting timeframe for an unexpected fatal or life-threatening adverse event, AE, to the IRB? Within 24 hours. Less than 7 days. Within 10 working days. Within 15 days. While FDA reporting for fatal/life-threatening SUSARs is 7 days, IRBs typically require prompt reporting of unanticipated problems, often defined as within 10 working days. Question 11. A suspected unexpected serious adverse reaction, SUSAR, must be reported to the IRB within 7 days, 10 working days, 15 days or less, 30 days. Most IRBs require reporting of serious and unexpected events, SUSARs, within 10 working days of the investigator becoming aware of them. Question 12. What dollar amount constitutes a significant equity interest? $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. According to FDA 21 CFR 54, a significant equity interest is any ownership interest in a publicly traded company that exceeds $50,000. Question 13. What is the main purpose of the IRB? To ensure the drug makes a profit for the sponsor. To assure the protection of the rights, safety, and welfare of human subjects. To choose which investigators get to run a study. To market the study to the public. The primary mission of an institutional review board, IRB, is to protect human subjects participating in research. Question 14. An IRB must consist of at least how many members? 3, 5, 10, 12. Federal regulations, 21 CFR 56.107, require that an IRB have at least 5 members with varying backgrounds. Question 15. Which of the following is a requirement for IRB membership? All members must have a scientific background. All members must be from the same institution. Members must include at least one person with a non-scientific background. Members must be all of the same gender for consistency. IRB membership must include at least one scientist, one non-scientist, and one person not affiliated with the institution. Question 16. Who is responsible for selecting qualified investigators and ensuring proper monitoring of the investigation? The FDA, the IRB, the sponsor, the subject. The sponsor is responsible for selecting investigators, providing them with necessary information, and ensuring the trial is monitored properly. Question 17. Who is responsible for the control of investigational drugs at the site and ensuring the study is conducted according to the signed investigator statement? The monitor, the CRO, the investigator, the pharmacist. The principal investigator, PI, is ultimately responsible for the administration and accountability of the investigational product at the trial site. Question 18. What should a sponsor do if an investigational product, IP, presents an unreasonable and significant risk to subjects? Wait for the FDA to tell them what to do. Lower the dose and continue. Discontinue all studies presenting the risk and notify the FDA, investigators, and IRBs. Only tell the investigators who have seen the side effect. If an unreasonable risk is identified, the sponsor must immediately discontinue the investigation and notify all relevant parties, FDA, IRB, and investigators.